Peace and much love. Peace and blessings to everyone out there that's watching. Share the video with family and friends. This is another logical thinking video, just logically thinking. I asked myself earlier, I say, why are there so many people here on the earth? Many nations, many kindreds, many races, many faces. Why in the hell are there so many people here on the earth? Just think about it. Just logically think about it. I want you to just rationalize. Think about that. Why in the hell are there so many people here on the earth? I can understand the first man and the first woman. And then there's another man, another woman, and another man, another woman, and another man, and another woman. Now it's numerous men and women out here. So you ever ask yourself, why in the hell are there so many people here on the earth? We can all take each other for granted. We all play that game. We take each other for granted. And the reason why we do that, because there's so many people here on the earth. So when there's so many motherfuckers here on the earth, we can take that individual for granted. We can exploit that individual, despitefully misuse that individual. It's like niggas ain't being valuable until only a handful of them is left. Like, people is not valuable unless they are scarce. You understand? Things are more valuable, seem like, when they are scarce. They are less. Things are more valuable when it's only a handful. And so with the abundance, man, woman, with the abundance of us, it's like death is less valuable. Death is not treated valuable. You know what I'm saying? Death is not valuable to most of us because there's so many of us. You feel what I'm saying? And so you got 10,000 people. And one person out of the 10,000 was to die. What the fuck is one out of 10,000? So that person is not really valued the way they supposed to be, because what the fuck is 1 out of 10,000? That's why we do all this. That's why we do all this senseless killing, because there's so many of us. It's like the more of us, the more murder. The more of us, the more the gunplay. You know what I'm saying? The more of us, the more of the adultery. The more of us, the more of the unfaithfulness in relations. The more of us, the more cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more of us, the more this, the more that. But if it was only one of us, only one fucking man and one fucking woman left on the planet Earth, we wouldn't be doing none of this shit. We would think twice before killing, think twice before cheating, think twice before despitefully misusing one another, think twice for getting over on one another. Because what's less is more valuable. Quantity on top of quantity, that ain't shit. And so long as we keep fucking multiplying, it seems like things just gets worse. I'm not saying that I'm against population. I'm not for the population control shit. I'm not on some Georgia Guidestones, maintain the people under 500 million. I'm not on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love life. I love creation. You know, I love the ability to reproduce, the ability for man and woman to come together and sexually procreate. That's a wonderful thing that was created by the Most High. So I wouldn't take away or add to that shit. All I'm saying is that there's so many people here. It's just too many people here. You feel what I'm saying? So many people here. Now, sometimes we can feel less than a man. We can feel less of a man. Like, you ain't never just felt less of a man because there's so many other men. You ain't never felt like you had less strength because there's so many other men with strength. You had less muscles because there's so many other men with muscles. Sometimes we can feel taken out. Sometimes we can feel like, we can feel abandoned. We can feel as though we don't have a purpose because there's so many other niggas. You understand? Like, he doing what I'm doing already. He's saying what I'm saying already. You know, and sometimes we just have to, you have to find your niche. Each and every one of us have to find a certain niche. Can't be like everybody else because everyone else is taken. So you have to find your niche. So you won't feel like you clone. So you won't feel like you a replicant. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just too many of us, too many men, too many women. You know what I'm saying? He looks like me. You know, the so-called African Americans, the so-called black race, the so-called black people, he looks like me. You know, what do he have that I don't have? Like, he has a beard, I have a beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a smooth, mellow fellow, a laid-back chocolate brother just like me. You know what I'm saying? He has a wife, I have a wife. He has kids, I have kids. He has a job, I have a job. And so sometimes we can feel like, well, damn, everything seems equivalent. And so sometimes you can be like, well, what the fuck? I mean, we're not here to imitate. We're not here to imitate, you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. Same thing for the female. Too many fucking women here, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. That's why a lot of these black women be acting up the way they acting up, because it's too many of us here. If you subtract the black man, you subtract the black woman, and you narrow that shit down, you will see a dramatic change in the way we conduct ourselves and the way we act. It's too many of us here. So to get back to treating one another with respect, to get back to treating one another with dignity, honor, and integrity, to get back to treating everyone, to get back to treating one another with courtesy, guess what? We just might have to narrow this motherfucker down. See what I'm saying? But the universe does that itself, and we can't even detect, what's going on. But there's too many people here, man. There's too many people here. That's why relationships are not treated sacredly. You know what I'm saying? A relationship, man and woman consolidate and come together. That's supposed to be the most beautiful thing ever, but we don't value one another because there's so many motherfuckers here. It's like, you're not the only nigga here. I can go get another nigga. You're not the only woman here. I can go get another woman. Because there's too many of us here. So things are less valued. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give it to me. I can go get some pleasure from someone else. And see, that's the problem. You getting pleasure from that someone else. Now imagine if that someone else wasn't here. You have to rely on one another. And that's why we don't really trust and rely on one another, because there's too many motherfuckers here. Black lives ain't gonna fucking matter till this bitch narrow down to one man and one woman. Peace. Signing out.